Today we are fully embracing the scrub mentality. We are going to test out the new R97 after the nerfs. I know it's been a while since this patch actually came out, but I haven't given this gun a real chance yet, so that's what we're going to do today. And Frothy says I'm in the wrong for choosing Scorch, and I'm hurting myself, I'm hurting my will to succeed. So of course we're going to take that as a challenge. We're going to try and do our best and perform decently with Scorch and see what we can do, because of course everybody knows Scorch is just bad right now, right? That's the general consensus for the entire community all of a sudden, that Scorch is just not worth using. These opening flanks don't always work, but when they actually do, it feels so good. I noticed that on this map specifically, people spawn, at least one or two, and they just stay in their spawn and just hope that someone like me tries to get very aggressive and pushes them, and they're just waiting there like, ha! Knew you were coming, Iniquity, I've seen your videos. So every now and then it's definitely worth it to take those extra 5 or 6 seconds and see if you can get it up flank, because if you can get an extra 2 or 3 kills at the beginning of a match that you normally wouldn't get, that's always going to help you. Notification Squad, are you watching right now? I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the videos as soon as you can, and let's try and use this gun, see if we can get on a little spree. I want to build a solid opinion about these new changes to the R97. I think it's still a really strong and efficient gun. I don't know if the nerf really changed it that much. So what they did was they nerfed the very far damage of this gun, which means if you're at very long range, I don't really know the exact specifics, like how many meters or feet you're supposed to be away from the enemy for very far to take it to effect, but basically you're not going to be able to snipe as efficiently with this gun, and I'm glad they made that change. However, if you're close range or still like medium far, this gun still works just the same as it always did. It's still a melt machine. It is scary to go up against. Like when people start shooting with this gun and I hear it in my headset, I'm just like, oh god, I'm gonna die. This is one of those guns that I like to use when I'm not feeling too confident in my aim, which is probably a lot of the time. So maybe I should start using this gun more, because it's a straight up bullet hose, so you don't have to be the most accurate of players, and you're still gonna play pretty decently with this gun just because of the large magazine size, and the rate of fire is just ridiculous. Oh, he went to the wrong spot. That is not where you want to go. That is always a good feeling, where somebody thinks they're like safe from your Scorch, and you just throw a gas canister at them like, feel the flames. One thing I do love about playing Scorch is these games where I drop my Titan first and I have this big advantage where nobody else has a Titan. So I'm just like that force that everybody's either trying to kill or run away from. It feels so satisfying to actually land these thermite shots on pilots. Right now I'm not doing too well, but hopefully I can get in closer and land some shots. I just love that, I don't know, the sound it makes. You can feel that impact when you land a shot. It's just so powerful. I love it. So one thing I find very interesting about this community is it's very loyal, I guess, or we all come together and we have like this common ground or this common goal we're all trying to achieve, and I think it's really cool. If you like look at the past, in the beginning when this game first came out, everybody's main issue was tone. We were all trying to get tone changed or nerfed. We had the same issue with Hemlock. Like there's always these fads or these phases that we go through, whether it be on Twitter, the forums, on Reddit and stuff like that. Just everybody complains or discusses the same topic, and right now that topic is Scorch. A lot of content creators are trying to get Scorch buffed. A lot of people are talking about it. People are hitting up Respawn and yelling at them on Twitter like, Respawn, please, I love Scorch. He feels terrible right now. Just do something. And ever since Scorch has become this main topic or main focus for the community to discuss, I haven't really done my part and given my thoughts on where he stands in the current meta. So I thought I would finally do that, use him for a few hours and just see if my opinion on him has changed at all. And when this game first came out, I did have a few videos, I'm not gonna lie, titled Scorch Titan is the best Titan, because I had some insane or really entertaining gameplays with him, and I just thought like, yo, this Titan is incredibly strong. And back then, it was never really a common thing that you would hear. You never always hear somebody say, Scorch sucks, Scorch is underpowered, how can we change him? But nowadays, I hear it all the time, whether it be in my video comments or someone else's video comments on Titanfall 2, or during my live streams, people are always mentioning how Scorch needs some changes and they want to know my opinion. So my question to the community is, what happened exactly? Were all the other Titans buffed too much and that completely changed the meta? Or are people just getting better at the game and they're understanding how Scorch works and now it's easier to avoid his kit pretty much? I think that's what it is. Unless I'm just completely wrong and maybe everybody always thought Scorch was terrible, but there were other things that people want to change first, and now that all that stuff is like situated, the only thing to complain about nowadays is Scorch. I don't really know the exact answer. I'm just trying to figure this out and discuss. I'm trying to spark a discussion between you guys. So let me know what you think about Scorch. Is Scorch in a good spot? Does Scorch need a buff? And also, just in case this happens to be one of those videos that Respawn or someone from Respawn happens to watch, how do you think Scorch can be changed or buffed? instead of just saying, Scorch is bad, Iniquity, why you even use him, he's terrible, let's actually give some real input or feedback. And like, what additions do you think could be made to Scorch to make him more viable in today's meta, or little tunings? Because that's what I think Scorch really needs. I don't know if he really needs a complete rework on his abilities, because then I feel like he might, you're on that fence of him being too strong if you completely rework his entire kit. I think just little changes here and there are good to test out, and maybe people will enjoy that. Like, I think right now we should test out Scorch having 2 shots in his thermite launcher instead of 1, because right now his shot isn't the easiest to land, right? Like against pilots, sometimes against faster titans, and if you miss a shot with this thermite launcher, you have to spend like 60 years reloading, and you're missing out on all that DPS while they're just wailing damage into you. So I think giving him 2 shots would change his DPS like altogether, and I think that would be something cool to test. And maybe you disagree with me, let me know. This is something that I was discussing with the Purple Army members in the Discord. And by the way, if you haven't joined that Discord, make sure you do. The link will be in the description. We already have like 600 members, which is insane. We just created it like 3 or 4 days ago, so I'm proud of what we've built over there. But we were talking about Scorch a lot earlier today, and one thing that I think can be added or changed is make Scorch pretty much completely immune to his own thermite. I hate that you have to choose a kit to do that, because then, like, I feel like right now there's only 2 viable kits for Scorch, which is Infernal Shield, which is what I'm using right now, which just decimates people. Like, this is what I build my entire strategy around. It's all about Infernal Shield. But if you don't like playing as aggressive, then I think the other viable kit is the one that makes his thermite launcher do more damage. I don't think Scorch is bad or terrible. Like, I still think you can have really good games with Scorch. The issue is that you have to play so well and make so many good decisions with Scorch as opposed to all the other Titans. Like, you can make a lot of mistakes with the other Titans and still be okay if you're able to fix those mistakes or decisions. Whereas with Scorch, if you make a mistake with your positioning, you're kind of screwed over. So I think, like, it sucks that you can't really push your own thermite and be aggressive because it hurts you so much, and you have to choose a kit to do so, because then you have to give up these amazing kits that I just mentioned. So I think that would be cool. Give him an extra shot in his thermite launcher, make him immune to his own thermite, and then maybe add 2 more kits that could be viable than the ones we have right now. That's my opinion. That's what I think could be changed about Scorch to make him better or more viable. Or maybe, since Infernal Shield is so good and it feels like the best option to choose, the extra damage that we get from Infernal Shield and the extra duration that we get, maybe instead of that being a kit, let that be his normal stat. Let that be the base stat, so that we don't feel obligated to choose Infernal Shield, and then we have more incentive to try out different stuff and have different playstyles. Like, right now I feel like there's only one real playstyle to play with Scorch, and that's Extra Dash and Infernal Shield. Maybe if you're playing LTS, you could use the Thermite Launcher kit, but if you're just playing Attrition like I do, or CTF or anything like that, I feel like you're doing something wrong if you're not choosing Infernal Shield and the Extra Dash. Maybe that's just me, but I honestly feel like that's the best way to play Scorch, and I know a lot of other people do agree with me, so I don't know. Like, there's a lot of different tunings that you could make to Scorch to make him viable. I just don't know what the real answer is. So if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments, even if it's not just tuning like I think it should be. Even if you have a complete new design and rework for his kits, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas on this, and I'm sure Respawn would like to see it as well. So there you have it. Those are my opinions on Scorch. As I said, I don't think he's that bad. Some people, I think, are really going overboard or exaggerating just because they really want to see him buff. He's not that bad. There, you can have some incredible games with Scorch, and this happens to be a really good game at the moment. Like, I've completely destroyed other times with my Infernal shits because I've had some decent positioning, but maybe it's because I've had so much experience with positioning and playing with Ronin. Like, Ronin's another one of those Titans that if you screw up your positioning, you're gonna get melted. So I use that same exact playstyle the way I play Scorch, and I'm always trying to flank. I hear this argument all the time that Scorch is only good if your enemy sucks and if the enemy always makes mistakes and you capitalize on that. But that goes for like every other Titan. If your enemy sucks, you're going to do well with that Titan. If your enemy makes mistakes, you should be able to take advantage of that. So while I agree that's true, I do think that a good player making the right decisions, positioning yourself well, you can definitely excel with Scorch. However, it's just harder to perform. It's harder to execute that as well as the other Titans can do it. So Scorch, yes, he could use some work, but he's not the worst thing in the world. You can still have a lot of fun playing him, and that is how I feel. So this ended up being a pretty good game. I don't know how many Titan kills I have now, like 4 or 5. We definitely got the win in the bag, though. The R97 is still fine. The thing just destroys people. It's a melt machine. I completely understand why it's like part of the PC meta, because it's when you're playing with a mouse and keyboard, all you need to do is hip fire with this gun, and it feels so easy to use because of all the bullets that fly at your enemy. However, I think if you're on a controller like I am and you don't have the best aim, it's not wrong to aim down sights. Like, some people yell at you or yell at me like, well, Iniquity, why are you aiming down sights with an SMG? That's like against the rules. So I hear that all the time. Don't let anybody else decide for you how to play a video game. I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, nobody else paid these $60 for me for this game, so I don't think anyone has the right to tell me how to play my video game. You know what I mean? If you like to aim down sights with any gun, then aim down sights, girl. That is your prerogative. If you like assault rifles, then use assault rifles. If you don't want to utilize the movement system in this game, then don't utilize it. If you enjoy watching subpar grapple play, then go watch Paper Cut to You. Do whatever you want. Do whatever makes you happy. Don't fall victim to the scrub mentality. Frothy Omen, can I get an amen?
Whatever.
Thank you very much, Frothy. Here in the Purple Army, we appreciate your input. I think that was the number 7 for Titan kills. We'll see if we get number 8 now. And it's a North Star. Oh, he's screwed. You see, this is a moment where I am taking advantage of a mistake. If you are a North Star, there's no reason you should ever push a Scorch like this close range. The only thing is I don't have Scorch Prime on PC. I wish I did. I don't like this execution as much, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. We got 24 kills and 6 Titan kills and then 2 more after the victory screen. Scorch is fine. I don't think he's as bad as everybody's making him out to be, but I also don't think he's amazing, obviously. He could definitely use some tuning from Respawn. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like for me. I will see you guys tomorrow. Much love. Peace.